Was that it? I don't even know. I don't.
It might have been it. I honestly can't
We have
remember.
John make a custom one with some Drake music.
Yeah, we gotta get John. John, if you're here, get your head out of your ass. All right, buddy. We need you to wake up a little bit.
We'll let the boys pile in though. Did you guys go live before this?
I did.
My Twitch goes live every time we go live now, which is a pretty nice.
Dude, that's sick. How'd you do
that? You can like add it through this whatever website we use now or whatever this is. This allows me. Yeah, it allows me to like go live from my Twitch. Now my Twitch goes live, so every time.
Restream's legit as fuck.
Nice, yeah.
We go live at the same time on like 6 different forums. It's pretty cool. But all right, boys, another week. You know, we're on the grind. Second time this week. We're absolutely out here. Guts, I know you're absolutely out here. You're grinding an MMA gym right now.
I'm doing everything I can. Someone's got to, be the protector of SoBet and the gang. Someone's got to do it. If it's not going to be you, it's going to be me.
And it's you?
No other way to put it.
It's you or me?
And I'm convinced I was born to knock people out. So,
have you ever knocked anybody out?
You should see my UFC 2 record.
It's out of this world. The guy who was born to knock people out hasn't knocked anyone out yet. But you still got a lot of life left. You're probably like a quarter done.
Roughly. It's TBD.
Well, before we get started here, give us a rundown of the UFC class you're doing.
Just learning how to knock people out with my foot, bro. Right now.
No, but like, what do? You get in there, you do some shrimps on the ground, you warm up.
Oh yeah, you get in there. We're doing some crunches. The abdominals right now, they're pretty sore. The legs. The guy, Steve, shout out Steve. He said he wants to activate the glutes. Listen, we're getting the glutes activated. We're getting everything activated that Steve wants to get activated. Not really sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but I'm sure it's going to be just a lot of glute work. He's really about the glutes. Shout out to
Steve. Right? Hammies are pretty sore.
Oh, the hammies they're definitely recovering. Like I said, I was just outside walking around, snowy, icy conditions. Not ideal for a guy like me right now. I'm hobbling all around. I got the sore hammies. I got the tight ankle. The glutes are real sore. All right. Steve said, hey, let's activate those glutes. They're activated. And I feel them. They're there.
They're still activated.
Oh,
dude, I was thinking about it. I see you going to the UFC gym. I'm back in the gym. I got a personal trainer. SoBet's a lifestyle.
I mean, I have a personal trainer. You have a personal trainer.
My trainer is a lifestyle.
My trainer.
If you're gonna preach disciplined betting, bankroll management, you got to preach that across everything you do.
Yeah, it only adds up and makes the most sense.
I went out to eat the other night. I got a salad.
Hobby Capper looks like a guy who might just be low key like a black belt.
He might have been born to knock people out.
Who knows? He might have been, or maybe he's born to snap arms.
You'll see. Maybe you'll see at the Super Bowl party.
See, there we go. There we go. Hey, we'll see at the Super. Hopefully, I make it there. I mean, with the workout Steve is putting me through right now, how am I supposed to get on a plane in this condition?
You can probably request a wheelchair or something. They can have you on early too.
You know what? There we go. And I'll let them know.
That's not part of the culture. We're not getting wheelchairs.
He's gonna pull the Paul Pierce.
All right, Seth, what were you born to do before we get into the game?
Oh, I'm on the rugby train. My rugby season starts on Tuesday. So
he just hits people.
Yeah.
He just hit people.
Yeah.
Shoulder check guy. Or like a tackler.
I do it all. I tackle, I run the ball. I take it.
Dude, I gotta get out there. Where do you guys play?
You do. We play like next to the airport. I drive downtown Nashville. It's right.
Dude,
like,
I gotta get out there. I'm pretty good.
You gotta get out here. You gotta get the action.
I'm pretty fast. Playing
rugby with the boys.
That's one of the few sports I've never participated in, but I'd probably be great at.
Dude, so actually,
we gotta get you into the pack.
Just like pick up rugby on the beach is so fun.
That would
be unlimited people can play, and it's like
that would be brutal. If you're not in shape and you're sprinting around on sand getting tackled,
it's brutal.
God.
Yeah,
it's so fun. Man.
That's
then
fun.
You take like a halftime, go run in the ocean. It's a lot of fun.
Sure, maybe a couple half times.
Maybe split it
up. Quarter it up. Yeah,
2 or 3. How many quarters is a rugby match?
2 40-minute halves.
Well,
all right.
Unlike cricket.
What's up?
I think cricket goes forever.
Well, they just have two.
It can go days. It can go.
I think
days.
cricket goes days.
Yeah,
Fun fact: I
it's
decided to watch a cricket match on stream. This was months ago, and I was streaming, capping the slate. It was 3 a.m. Me and the boys were chilling. I'm on ESPN Plus, and we've got India versus fucking Africa, and just an absolute showdown. And I'm telling you right now, the game of cricket, ridiculous. It makes no sense. You can hit the ball any direction. There's no sense of like judgment. I think the referees just throw their hands around. You throw the ball at the thing. It makes no sense. The game of cricket itself makes no sense.
All right. Well, there you have it. Physicality, guys. Back in the weight room. Gutsy's trying to become an MMA fighter. Seth's out there on the rugby field. Hobby's snapping arms.
That's what you get.
All right, well, let's get into the games. I know we talked about these Tuesday guts. I've made a pretty big shift since Tuesday. We'll hear about that, but we'll start with Seth. 2 games. Lines moved a lot in the Bengals game, but we'll start with the Niners. They're still plus 2.5 in Philadelphia on Sunday. Who you got in this one?
I want the 49ers to win so bad, but I got to go with the Eagles to take the W. I don't want to, but the 49ers got some injuries. You know, CMC was only playing third downs at the end of the game. Mitchell is hurt. Debo is hurt, and they only put up 19 points against Dallas. Great defense as well. Eagles have the number 1 pass defense in the league. So if the running backs are hurt, they can't get it done on the ground. They're going to have to face a very tough head-on Eagles pass defense. And I think the Eagles, they're still going to be able to score, even though the 49ers have the number 1 run defense, which is, Eagles do that very well. They also have the passing weapons to get it done. So I'm going to go with the Eagles, rooting for the 49ers in my heart, but I think my analysis says the Eagles are taking this one home.
Yeah, I mean, going chalky, I love it. A lot of people are on the Eagles. Gutsy's definitely on the Eagles. We'll hear about that in a second. All right, love it. I feel like it's a safe play, but I feel like it could be the right play. Guts?
I agree.
Again, I can't hammer this home enough. 0-5. That is my record versus Brock Purdy. I cannot hammer it home enough. And again, I'm going to say the same thing just one more time. It's on me, right? The stars were aligned, and my dumbass just completely ignored them. My name's Brock. His name's Brock. My favorite number's 13. He's number 13. Corn boy. Midwesterners, blue collar. I didn't read the stars. That's on me, but I'm to the point of no return. Eagles minus 2.5.
Eagles guys.
Eagles guys. They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Hobby, you gonna shake it up?
Nah, I gotta keep it going. For the same thing Seth mentioned, no, but I want to add one thing. If you watch the last 2-3 games of Brock Purdy, he's forced a lot of balls. There were 3 plays in the game against Dallas for sure kicked off, and they didn't. I think he plays his worst game of his career this upcoming Sunday. I think I have him for 2 turnovers, whether it's 2 picks or a pick and a fumble. He's just been getting very lucky this entire run. Props to him. But I think he throws a pretty sizable interception that's going to come back to haunt him. I think he actually has 2 turnovers. So I'm rolling with the Eagles. I think Brock Purdy has his worst game. CMC's down. I think it's all Jalen Hurts to the Super Bowl.
Wow, all right. A lot of chalky guys in here. A lot of chalky.
Hey, it's a pick 'em. It's not that much chalk.
I thought it's up to a pick 'em.
No, I mean, if the Eagles at home, that's subject to about 3 points for the home.
Yeah. Okay, got
so
it.
Neutral site game, pick 'em.
I thought it came down to a pick 'em. So
no, it's not. It hasn't moved.
All right. Well, hey guys, I've said it before. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I've said it the entire playoffs. The best team in the NFL, straight up and down the roster, is the Niners. Best team by far, position by position, best team. And I've said this every week, and I bet against the Niners every week, and I've lost every week. So it's one of those spots where it's like, what do I do? Do I flip? Do I stay? I'm flipping this week. I'm flipping. I think the Niners up and down are a better team. And when they can run the ball like they can, They don't ask Brock to do a lot, and he makes plays. If he completes like 17 to 22 passes, that's great for the Niners. They win this game, in my mind. And I don't think the Eagles have been tested, and I think the Niners are just hungrier right now, especially coming off last year. I think they're hungry. So I'm taking the Niners. I actually parlayed them with the Chiefs. So what, Gutsy? What are you going to say? Say something.
I mean, all I'm going to say is I saw the same press conference and the same practice tape everybody else did, but I ain't buying it.
You ain't buying it.
It's a
I'm not
clone.
buying the
They were
ankle.
trying to set us up for the biggest loss in history.
Shout out Lloyd. Couldn't agree more because, I'm sure Patrick Mahomes is walking around just fine after a fresh fucking, what do they call them shots again? The crow, what do they call them again?
Cortisone shots.
I'm sure he's feeling real nice off of that cortisone shot.
Oh, he's got a
media
Toradol
room
shot.
all
Yeah.
good, running around the beginning of practice. Where's the middle and the end of practice tape? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And I'm telling you, run the tapes back. I'm always a hand up guy. Hey, I always admit when I fuck up. And I said that the Bengals will not win 11 games this year. They won 12. I said the Chiefs wouldn't either. It's going to somehow, and then now look at this. It comes down to these two teams. But I'm taking the Bengals in this game. I'm not buying that his ankle is okay. And I'm more low on the Chiefs team, especially the defense. That clearly it really doesn't matter. And what's the weather going to be? So that's going to affect the defensive line regardless for the Chiefs. It's no matter how bad the offensive line is for the Bengals. Joey Burgess always gets it done. And I was really close to taking the Chiefs here, but I'm telling you, I'm just not buying that his ankle is okay.
Greatest setup in NFL history right here. Greatest setup. Vegas just took all that money and they already have it in the safe. It's already locked up.
Shout out Lloyd.
They bumped the lineup. They bumped the lineup a little bit. They took all that money and they just put it in the safe. They said, we don't even need to get this out again.
I don't even know. I haven't even bet the game. I'm assuming that I'm going to probably end up betting the Bengals, but I haven't bet it yet. But literally, right now, I bet the Bengals because I'm just not buying that his ankle's okay. How many of those shots can you get a day? Can he just be pumping it? Can he pump one pregame, pump one halftime?
Yeah, of course. So. Yeah, it's cortisone.
What are the regulations in the NFL? Do we have any class, NFL? They killed my quarterback, basically.
I think you just need one, and you're good.
After the NFL if we don't figure this thing out.
They can, Seth, you can chime in here, but they can pump him full of Toradol. It's just a painkiller.
Yeah, well, I think the actual, I don't know if he would have gotten a shot for a sprained ankle, but they can put him full of painkiller for sure.
I think
he's going to play. He's going to be fine.
He's probably getting
Oh, he's going to play.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I'm just not
I think he's probably getting consistent Toradol shots because it's like an anti-inflammatory. It's like ibuprofen, but not steroids. It's higher than ibuprofen, but lower than steroids. So it's he can get unlimited Toradol shots. I'm pretty sure. Obviously at some point.
I do want to say Lloyd just brought this up. I actually forgot to mention this. The whole Burrowhead thing might alone keep me off this game. That might alone keep me off this game. For the record.
What are you saying?
The fans started saying Burrowhead after they won last week, and now it's just taken off as a life of its own. And you know that Burrowhead is all over the Chiefs locker room, and they're reading that every single day. It's one of those things.
Dude, I'm going to load up on the Chiefs. This is the greatest setup in NFL history.
I already took the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going on this. Hobby, who do you got?
I already released the Chiefs 2 days last night, actually, to my subscribers. Gutsy took. Lloyd pointed out first, and then Gutsy kind of went on with it. But if you don't think for a second that Burrowhead's all over the state, all over the whole locker room, Mahomes tweeted the little clock emoji right after the Bengals won. And last time I was on this the Scoop, I had the Mahomes against the Bengals. Obviously, Kelsey's fumble ruined that chance. But I got Mahomes winning. I don't have him going 0-4 against Burrow. The D-line, I think we're going to be in similar situations as far as the weather. I think the weather in Buffalo last week definitely helped the linemen. I'm still not buying they played as great of a game as they claim they did, just because of conditions alone. I think it'll be a little bit better with the Chiefs in the Chiefs Stadium. I think they can get some pass rush up to Burrow. Apologize about that. And I got Mahomes taking it to the Super Bowl against Hurts, and that's going to be a 1v1 showdown there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If you want to bet the
Chiefs too.
Bengals,
Like I said, I parlayed them earlier in the week when they were 2.5-point underdogs. Me and Wes, I bet them money line. I bet them spread. I parlayed them with the Niners. I'm telling you. What happened wild card weekend? 5-1, the overhit. What happened last weekend? Vegas came for that fucking cash. 4-0 on the under. Same fucking thing is going to happen this weekend. It's the greatest setup in NFL history, I'm telling you. Last time I checked, it was over 80% of the bets for both of those teams, the Bengals and the Eagles. Vegas don't let that happen. They do not let that happen. I'm telling you. This is the last weekend they'll be able to rake in their money.
No free shout-outs. But I do. Did you guys see that Betfred Sportsbook paid out the Bengals championship already?
I did.
They must have had no liability, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I just had to bring that up.
They probably had very few bets
out Bengals Super Bowl futures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. They already paid them out.
Yeah. But they're only in 6 states, and they're the sponsor of the Bengals stadium. So or of the Bengals team. But they must have had no liability. I mean,
because that makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's marketing. We're talking about them. Free shout out.
No free shout outs, but free shout out.
That was
That's
the point.
Craziest thing I've ever seen a book do.
Came out of the marketing budget for sure.
Oh,
that's fucking insane.
Oh yeah. But that's
if you guys are betting on the Bengals though, make sure you wait. This was if you're on SoBet, you saw my post a couple days ago. We took the Chiefs while they were still underdogs. The Chiefs are now 1-point favorites. I think the line, as Mahomes continues to improve, even though Gutsy doesn't buy it, as Mahomes continues to improve as the game gets closer, he's confirmed to play. Everything's looking good. I think the Chiefs will continue to, it's a -1, may creep to -2, may go to -2.5. So if you do want the Bengals, I would wait to get the best closing value. Gutsy talks about that all the time. Secure that best closing value. Or that's why you're on SoBet. You saw Hobby already got the Chiefs when they were underdogs. So if you want the Chiefs, I would go for them today because I think it'll continue slightly. You'll lose a little bit of value as the week goes on, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I was talking to Wes when they went to +2.5, and we were literally laughing as we were depositing or as we were withdrawing all our money from our bank accounts. We were just laughing. I was in the bank on the phone with Wes, just depositing everything, all my investment accounts, withdrawing every asset I have, my mortgage, every last cent. I said, put it all on the Chiefs, +2.5. All right, let's just get into locks this weekend. They have across all sports. We'll give out one play. Guts, I'll start with you. Wait, Guts, have you looked at the slate for this weekend yet? You got a lock prepared?
Well, lock's a strong word. It's tough for me because I need for the NHL, I need the goalie matchups. I need to at least have an idea. Does somebody get hurt? That's why I don't bet NHL games so that days ahead. So a lock is a strong word.
All right. Well, college basketball hasn't been your year either. So,
well, I will say college basketball, it is one of my favorite sports to handicap. But when you just take off on a rocket ship straight to Mars on an NHL year, you just push something like college basketball and all basketball eights to the side because that's all basketball is. Basketball is one of the worst sports to gamble on, if not the worst sport to gamble on. That's why I don't even touch the NBA. The NBA as a sport, as a product, isn't even fun to watch anymore. I love watching college basketball. I still watch it every night. I actually really like Bellarmine. I accidentally put 3 plays and I only put 2. And it's because I ended up not betting Bellarmine. I'm sure they're going to end up winning. But yeah, I mean, it's been a wild year in college basketball. That's for sure.
This is going to be a big weekend for betting though, because it's pretty much the only thing on Saturday. The lines just don't come out until probably tomorrow night.
Yeah, they don't usually come out till the day before. But I mean, to say that's the only thing on Saturday is insulting.
Oh, besides the NHL. But do you guys have any picks for tonight? Plays you're on? Hobby? You wanna go?
I got a small play tonight on UCLA, Arizona. I did a money line parlay with those two teams. UCLA coming off the loss to Arizona. They're playing on the road at USC. They've matched up already once this season. UCLA won a close game by 2 points. It's kind of biased there, though. They shot about 30%, and they only scored 16 points in the whole second half. It's kind of a trappy situation here, though. That's why I kind of laid low and just put in a little money line parlay. Arizona's also on the road against Washington State, who's like 9-15 or something, but the line's only plus 4.5. A little bit of a weird situation, but I just, like I said, I laid low and played those two in the money line. As far as the weekend, though, like Saturday, look ahead, no lines out for college hoops. Obviously, I did dive in on a couple props for Sunday. AJ Brown, he was clearly not happy last week. He didn't throw any tantrum on the sideline like Diggs did, but he was clearly not happy, and he held the 22 yards on 3 catches. I think his receiving prop is about 4.5 right now. It is a little juicy, but I'm kind of probably going to bite on that. And then McKinnon, he was non-existent in the passing game last week for the Chiefs with Mahomes' ankle. I think he's going to get some touches out there. I think his receiving yards is around 28.5. I see 29.5, and I also see 30.5. Shop those lines. We always preach that, but I'm going to be on those 2 props on Sunday.
Love it. Seth?
For tonight, I've got Jason Tatum over 5.5 assists.
The classic. I thought you were going to say points. It's the classic Jack Cody play.
Yeah, he's at 30.5 points. I didn't touch it, but I did the assists. Marcus Smart is out tonight. Jason Tatum has
Jack got,
7
actually,
assists.
pause real quick. Jack got so fucked on that the other night. He put out a Jason. Did you see that? He put out a Jason Tatum.
I had a bunch of guys in my Discord. I had a bunch of guys in my Discord that had under 34.5.
When they played the Magic.
Jack had him at over 31.5.
Or 31.5, whatever it was. They had it at 32.5 or 31.
And they literally took him out in the third quarter.
Yes.
Yeah, they got smoked. They got smoked by the Magic. Yeah.
Hilarious.
That was so funny, though. He was just on fire the whole game. Like, obviously, the Celtics were getting killed, but so funny that they're just like, all right, let's just pack it up in the third.
People in my court were panicking the whole time. They thought it was dead. Then they took him out, and they went absolutely – it was the same thing with – shout out Brandon, really good NBA gambler in the fucking court. He always gives out Luka RPA unders, like when it's like a certain like 54, 55, and it literally hit at 50. It was 54.5. He had 54, and they were up like 25. And they kept him in like the whole fourth quarter, and he didn't get anything. It just ended right there. And I thought everyone with an over on that had to be so sick. And I want to bring up one more thing. I love seeing the Buffalo Bills absolutely crumble. I mean, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Diggs is going to be out of there this offseason. He damn near might come to Miami. He might fuck around and come to Miami.
No.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of Bills fans. I've even seen a Bills beat reporter. He put out a tweet today with the gif of the dude from The Office, Ryan. Ryan started the fire. He's writing down in his notebook, and he put like a lot of Josh Allen chirps, keeping notes. Keep all the notes you want, buddy. Josh Allen absolutely fucking stinks. And all they can do is throw the ball 70 yards. And the minute that they can't do that, they're terrible because they can't run the ball. Their short passing offense is terrible. The Dolphins should have beat them. I cannot get over it. We should have beat them with Skylar Thompson.
The Dolphins shouldn't have been in the playoffs. The Pats should have beat them.
We should have beat them. The Dolphins should have had 14 wins. If the NFL wasn't ran by idiots, if that independent neurologist didn't send Tua back out there, we're talking a whole different story.
That wasn't the independent neurologist. That was the Dolphins franchise.
No, it was the independent neurologist.
Poorly run organization.
Directly after the game.
That's Stephen Ross's fault directly.
The NFL teams do not hold any control over if players go back in or not after head injuries. It's the NFL.
He should have been down there on the sideline holding them back, saying, I run this organization. I'm the leader here. No adults in the room. No adults in the room. You got
the independent neurologist at 65 years old, went to school for 20 years studying the brain. That guy says he's good. All right. Sounds good to me.
That's on McDaniel. That's just
agreed.
Don't come in my coach. It was a back injury.
He got brained. He should have stayed out.
Daniel's out there fucking rapping Snoop Dogg into the mic while Twiz hobbling back out on the field. Just
Stephen Ross does run a tight ship.
Dog trash organization.
Tight
All right,
ship
Seth,
over here in Miami.
back to you.
So Marcus Smart is out tonight. And Jason Tatum has 7 assists in 3 of the 4 games without Marcus Smart this month. This has been Tatum's best assist month of the year. It's one of the Celtics' best assist month of the year. And the one game he didn't hit above 5.5 assists without Marcus Smart was when they got blown out by the Magic, I believe, where he only played, I think, 30 minutes. So overall, I think Jason Tatum above 5.5 assists is a nice play. I just got one unit. And then for this weekend, I've got the over in the Bengals and Chiefs game. This is another one I think is artificially a little bit low due to Mahomes being slightly injured. It hasn't moved since it released, so I took the over. The implied point total is like 20, what is it, 24 or 25, 23 as the finish score. And last two times the Chiefs and Bengals have played, it's finished 27-24. Last time the Bengals played the Chiefs, Mahomes did not have a great game. We had the Kelsey fumble. I think Pacheco is going to really open up the field for the Chiefs in order to push some pressure on multiple facets of the game, both the run and the pass, make some room for Mahomes. And overall, both teams are going to be scoring. So I put actually 2 units on the over, 1 unit on the Chiefs. A little bit less confident about that one. Bengals are looking great as well. But overall, I just think both offenses are going to be too strong to hit the under for this game.
All right. Love it. Sprinkling a couple on top there. I got a few. Obviously, college hoops lines aren't out, but I got a few games to just keep your
Is
eye
that
on.
like a man who commits tax fraud, Coop?
Where?
This guy?
Absolutely. Both of them. Guy in the right and guy in the left.
who commits tax fraud.
Absolutely. Guy in the right and guy in the left. Whoever the guy in the left.
That's a guy who runs a class act tight ship organization down there in Miami.
That's a guy who literally launders money and tries to kill quarterbacks.
Watch how you speak on my owner. Okay.
Hey, when the Dolphins don't try to kill players on their own team, that's when I'll speak highly of them.
Yeah.
Do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. That's our slogan.
I mean, clearly, and they still lost. All right. Anyways, I got some college hoops games to watch. I know Gutsy's gonna love a few of these plays, and maybe I can teach him a little something in the process. But we got Hobby's probably gonna love them too. Obviously, lines haven't come out, but I'm watching West Virginia Auburn. I think it's a perfect spot for an upset. Love the way West Virginia plays at home. Obviously, press Virginia. I think it's a great spot. Auburn's pretty cold right now too, so I think it's a great spot. I also was looking at Kansas, Kentucky. It's just time to fade Kansas until the fucking sky falls right now. They can't play. Perfect spot for Kentucky, who's heating up. Beat Tennessee at Tennessee. Did they barely lose, Hobby, or did they beat them? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, they beat them.
Beat them at Tennessee. That's right. This is at Rupp Arena. Kansas is number 9. Big rivals. I think Kentucky beats them at Rupp. So watch that line too. It's probably going to be like a sneaky line though. Like, I don't know. Kentucky might be favored. So it might be like -2.5 Kentucky.
Kansas off losses too.
What's that?
Kansas going to be off 3 losses too.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's a perfect spot, but I'm probably going to see what those lines are right when they come out and end up taking them if they're in the right spot. But just
Texas has right?
What's that?
Who's Texas play? I think it's ranked versus ranked. I forget.
Tennessee, at Tennessee. I actually like Texas in that spot. I lean Texas right now because I think Tennessee is going to be like -5.5 or something, kind of ridiculous. So I lean Texas right now. But those are my 2 college basketball games to watch. And then Jack and I were cooking up a little 2-touchdown parlay. A little 2-touchdown parlay. Kelsey Kittle, 2+. I haven't even looked at the odds, but what do we got?
Kittle's due.
Yeah, I was gonna say tight ends are hot. I mean, you see the guy won $75K off like a $10 bet going with a bunch of tight ends. I think one of them wasn't a tight end, but he had 3 tight ends on there, and he won $75K. And tight ends are the premium position in the NFL, impossible to cover. That late release around the goal line, they're blocking 1 second. Mm-hmm. Now they got some slow linebacker on them. Tight ends are scoring TDs all day.
Yeah, and Brock loves Kittle. Obviously, Mahomes loves Kelsey. Sprinkle it on there. Guts, you gonna ride me? I might put this out as like the anytime touchdown Kings final play.
You know, I ride my guys more than most. I don't think that's something I'm interested in.
Dude, last week I was live betting, just being an idiot, on the first quarter of the Jags game, and I hit the first 3 drives. I hit Jags 3 and out. It was like plus 190. And then I hit Chiefs touchdown, which was like plus 125. And then I hit Jags field goal, which was like plus 130. Back to back drives. And then I lost on the 4th one. And I was like, all right, I'm done. It was actually pretty fun. But
hell of a run.
Yeah, hell of a run.
That'll get you hooked right there.
In a matter of like 15 minutes, too. We were going nuts.
That's all you can ask for sometimes.
But all right, boys. Anything else before we wrap up here?
Take Predators money line tonight.
I did take the Predators. I tailed guts. Preds money line.
Capitals.
I took the Capitals too. Last time was pretty rough though, dude.
If it's Vanacek, they get. Dude, this is what pisses me off. Is that like right now they still have not confirmed. I had someone in my NHL should just hire me to go from morning skate to morning skate and just be able to report what the first goalie is that skated out there that day, because that's always usually who the starter is. And the beat writers for some of these teams are so fucking brain dead. They can't do something as simple as tell us who skated out on the ice, who skated out there first, who was the first goal. That's all I need to know. There's no one that does it in this world except just brain dead morons that don't know how to cover teams. I could be a beat writer for a baseball team and an NHL team, and I would change the whole franchise, because they would be loved on social media. But
they call that the gutsy impact.
Yes, that's what they would call it if given the opportunity. But maybe we could talk to the Predators, huh? Maybe we talk to the Predators.
We could probably make
Let
that
me
happen.
get in with the Predators. And
I actually know the beat writer. You'd be way better than her.
Oh, I'm sure. And no offense to that lady. I'm sure she's great. I'm sure she went to college.
Good. She's pretty funny, but I just know how much you're willing to stay up all night every night just to get the goalie right.
Dude, I'll be at the fucking rink 5:30 a.m. tent pitched, bundled. Let me see who the goalie is. Let me see who everyone comes walking in. I go in with them, and then I just wait. And then when Saros goes on the ice first, I tweet it out, and I'm like, hey, Saros was first on the ice. There you go. That's all we need to know. If I just get that information like I should every morning, they do the morning skates at like 8, 9 a.m. Where are the beat writers? They sleeping? I don't know. I could go on and on. It's the same thing with baseball. These moronic baseball writers who don't tell us about the pitchers. I can go on and on. It doesn't matter. These people are brain dead morons.
You got to clip that. Post it to all your social medias.
And then
Gutsy on beat writers.
Yes. Yep. That we'll clip.
And then bring in the robots.
We'll clip it and we'll send it, and then hopefully some beat writers are like, you know what? This guy's right.
Yeah, he's right.
I should be telling who's the more. It's really not that hard. I get paid $100,000 a year to report on a team half the year. You can tell me who the morning skater is.
Bring in the robots.
No, not for beat writers, because I'm a big fan of beat writers because I like to roast them.
No. Bring in the AI.
It's kind of a give or take. It's a give and take.
Bring in the AI to tell us what goalie's skating out that morning. Bring in the AI. It just identifies the goalie and tweets it out.
I could probably get behind something like that.
Bring in the robots.
Bring in the robots, especially for home plate umpires. That's a whole separate thing. But I could go on and on.
All right, fellas. What? One more thing, Guts?
No more.
Hey, you got the big screen. You got the big screen.
That'll do it.
All right, that'll do it. Guts said it. We'll sweat these games out on Sunday. Hopefully I come out on top like always.
Right now.
And we'll see you Monday for the scoop to recap. All right, boys.
I can't wait for it.